Hi everyone, my name's Alicia and I'm an internationally board certified lactation consultant. Today I'd like to talk to you about antenatal expressing. So many mums like to do antenatal expressing. Antenatal expression is when you do hand expression of the breast while you're still pregnant to gain colostrum to use once Bubby is born. It's safe to do for most women after 37 weeks. And you must check with your obstetrician, your doctor, or your midwife prior to beginning antenatal expression to ensure that it's safe for you. So today, we're going to demonstrate how to do antenatal expression. The thing to remember is that not all women will get colostrum during antenatal expression. It's really important that most women know that because it can be quite disheartening if you're expecting to get lots of colostrum and then you only have a few drops or you don't have anything at all. The goal of antenatal expression, yes, it's to get some colostrum, but also it can be quite helpful to learn how to do hand expression so that you're comfortable with the skill and also comfortable and familiar with your breasts before you birth your baby and start to breastfeed if that's your goal. So to perform antenatal expression, we normally recommend to do it twice per day, once in the morning and once in the evening. It can be really helpful to have a warm bath or warm shower first to relax and warm the breasts up a little bit. Applying a heat pack can also have the same effect. Be careful not to make it too hot and always put it on the breast over a cloth or clothing, not directly on the skin. So what you need to do is first give the breasts a good massage, and there's really no wrong or right way to do this. But it does help you become familiar with your own breasts, which is quite important just as women in general. So just get in there and have a good feel, basically. Do a bit of rubbing in circles, a little bit of palm massage towards the nipple, go underneath and give a bit of a rub this way. So there's so many ways you can do this. There's really no technique to it, I suppose. One way you can start to do this massage is to do a self breast exam. So to do that, you would lift your arm up like this, okay? And you would start from underneath the armpit and feel up here and work your way around the breast in concentric circles, okay? Moving your hand all the way around and spiraling until you reach the nipple. So we do recommend that women perform a breast exam once a month anyway for a general health check. But when you're learning to antenatal express, it can be really helpful to get to know your own breasts. Get to know where the lumpy parts are, where the hard parts are, where the soft parts are, where the sore parts are, so that you know what's normal for you before your breast milk comes in after your baby's born. Most women find that they have more lymphatic and connective tissue on the outside of the breast, here from the armpit to the nipple, and on the inside as well, more from the center of the rib cage down towards the nipple. So that's quite normal. Now, to perform antenatal expression, you need to place your thumb and fingers about 1 inch away from the nipple base, okay? So the milk ducts are here. They're not in the nipple itself. Squeezing the nipple will only make you uncomfortable and won't have much effect. So place your fingers away from the nipple about 1 inch or so. For some women, this will be about the edge of the areola. For some women, it will be behind the areola. And for other women, it will be still on the areola. So just work out where that spot is for you and experiment as well. Place your thumb and finger in the right spot, okay? Then the aim is to push backwards into the breast tissue, so back here, okay? And then bring the fingers together towards the nipple. So we're really doing this backwards motion and then forward motion, backwards and forwards. We don't want to be pulling or dragging the skin. That's going to be quite uncomfortable for you. And we're trying to apply pressure to the breast ducts and the milk ducts underneath the skin. So that's where we need the pressure. So we're really aiming to push backwards and then get the fingers together behind the nipple. Place your fingers, push backwards, and then squeeze, try and get your fingers together, okay? Once you're comfortable with this skill, then you can speed it up a little bit and get a rhythm going. So then you might look more like going backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards, and getting this much quicker rhythm moving. You can move your fingers around the breast as well, okay, and get this rhythm going when you're expressing. You can use the other hand if that's more comfortable to get to a different spot, all right. You might even go on the top if you're feeling particularly ambidextrous that day and move your fingers like so. Spend about 20 minutes in total doing expression, and you can just go back and forth between breasts. You don't have to stay on one breast for 5 or 10 minutes and then change. Set the timer for 20 minutes and go back and forth between the two. How to collect the colostrum. So most hospitals in Victoria will have antenatal expression kits available. So make sure to check with your healthcare provider if they have that service for you. Usually you'll be given some syringes. So this is a 1 ml syringe. Usually there's a collection of 1, 3 mils, maybe 5 or 10 mils in there, but 1 ml is normally sufficient. So if you do express colostrum, the average I generally see is anything between 0.1 to around 0.5 or 0.6 mils. So this syringe only holds 1 mil, okay, and that's if it's full like this. So you may find that you get 0.2 mils, which is just this part here. It sounds like a very small amount, but it's actually really normal and every bit is beneficial for your baby. To collect the colostrum, you might find it comes out in drops more than anything else. Place the syringe on an angle. So if you put it straight on the skin like this and try and suck, you're likely to get the skin caught in the syringe, and that really hurts. So make sure you pop it on an angle below, okay, and then suck the drop in by pulling down the plunger like so. Once you have a little bit of colostrum collected in the syringe, I would advise you to twist the plunger upwards, okay. Most women I found actually don't have much experience using syringes and aren't aware of how much pressure they need. So if you've collected a beautiful amount of colostrum and then you push the plunger, you may inadvertently push it too hard and accidentally spray the colostrum all over the place, and you've lost all that effort. So if you have some colostrum buried along either in the bottom or along the sides of the syringe, twist it until it collects in the top there, and then you can start again. You can use 1 syringe per day, so use your syringe for the morning session, then put a cap on the top, put it in the fridge, and then when you go to do your evening session, use the same syringe to collect colostrum again. When you finish your evening session, put the cap back on. Make sure to label the syringe as per the directions from your healthcare provider, and pop it in the freezer. I like to keep my colostrum syringes in a Ziploc bag that's pre-labelled with my name, my date of birth, my hospital number if I know it, and labelled the bag antenatal colostrum. So that when you go into labour or you go to leave for the hospital, you can just take the whole Ziploc bag. It's already labelled, ready to go, and you can give it to your healthcare provider when you reach your birthplace, and they'll pop it in their storage facilities. If you have any questions or would like to start antenatal expressing and like some advice, then please feel free to reach out or seek your nearest IBCLC. Thanks for watching.